Okay, so always athletic, always, oh man, since maybe 3 years old, since I was able to pick up a basketball, always into sports. And then started running track in college, and then they needed an assistant track coach. My eligibility was up, so I started doing assistant coaching. And then it went from just coaching, say, okay, well, can you come train our group with some track stuff? So I went to go training like the local sorority at our school. Trained them, they got excited, started telling everybody. Now everybody wanted training sessions, but at that time I wasn't certified to do it. You know, I was covered through NCAA, but that was only through NCAA athletes. So then after that, I just came to the point where people just kept asking me. So I said, all right, I'll think about it. I said, no, I'm focused on my athletes. So trained athletes, and then I wanted to get back to my own training. Then I got recruited to train for the 2008 Olympics. This was in 2006, in which I also graduated college, in which the same year I was training, and I was able to get a championship for the university I went to, which was Bowie State University. And it was the only championship they'd ever gotten in school history for the women's team. And so in track and field, which is not that big, you know, it's big in the conference, but I mean, the school that we beat was a bunch of Olympic athletes. We couldn't beat them straight up. One-to-one, man-to-man, or woman-to-woman, so we just outscored them. We said, you can have first place, but we'll take second, third, fourth, and fifth, because collegiate sports are built on points. So, but then, yeah, from there, then went to the Olympic training, ended up with a really, really bad injury just before Olympic trials, which was very frustrating, because I mean, I moved out there for 3 years, did nothing but train all day, every day, left my family, friends. And then literally after I recovered from the injury, both physically and mentally, because it takes a toll on you mentally. I mean, when you really want something that bad and you had the opportunity to do something, it's like the first time in history as far as being a basketball player and then getting dumped in the track and field, and then a year later you're on the Olympic training team. It's kind of crazy. So recovered, and then a friend was like, hey, you should just focus on regular people. So I was like, okay. Because I just couldn't work with athletes anymore. At that particular time, my mind it just couldn't do it. So but regular people was like, okay, they're not training for what I used to do. I can do that. So then just went from there, and it's been 15 years now. I would say, one, get your certification. Because certification is not just a piece of paper. It's knowledge of the body. When you get into training people, you need to understand a few things. I didn't understand this at first. I'm like, okay, I'm 7, 8 years in training people. What do I need a national certification for? I'm good at what I do. I know what I'm doing. But it teaches you more about the body than you really know. Muscles, bones, your heart, how it works, you know, veins, ventricles, just, it teaches you so much. Like, if you get a client that says, okay, I've injured my teres major, you need to know where that's at. And you didn't know what exercise not to give that person. And I actually tested a couple guys. I won't say who they were, but I tested a couple guys out here in LA when I first got here. So I went up to a guy, it's a funny story. I said, you know, they were, big muscular guy. Oh, yeah, I know this, and had all these people talking to him, these girls all following him. And I said, okay, well, I started grabbing my knee. I said, you know, I'm having some problem with my teres major, and it just, I don't know. And I made sure I said it maybe 3 or 4 times. I said, you know, I tried to do some stretches like this, but I'm not sure. You know, what do you think I should do? He had no clue who I was. He said, okay, well, man, this is what you do. You put your leg, you just got to get your leg a little bit higher, and you got to reach, you got to make sure you're breathing, inhale deep and exhale slow, which is inhale deep, exhale slow. It's true. You got to breathe. I said, okay, all right, but, you know, you got to give it a couple days, throw some ice on it, you know, get a good stretch with that leg. And I said, okay, cool, thank you. Went and sat down, and the people who invited me out there, they was like, oh, okay, see, he knows what he's talking about. I said, no, he doesn't. They said, wow, what do you mean? I said, he told me to stretch my leg high up there. They said, yeah. I said, your teres major is back here. And everybody was like, oh, man. Me putting my leg anywhere has got nothing to do with that muscle. With just stuff like that. It's just, so get your certification, and then study the body. You know, Understand how the body moves and works. Don't just take a certification and say, okay, hey, I'm a trainer, let's go do stuff. Let me go on bodybuilding.com, find some cool workouts and make it. No, understand the body. You understand the muscles, you understand the workouts to exercise those muscles. Understand form, be a technician. That's the beauty of the UK. You know, that's the beauty of like Russia. They're technicians. If you look in the sport of track and field and Olympic lifting and stuff, those guys, their technique before power. The US is power before technique. We just want to be powerful, we want to be strong, we want to blow stuff over. Over there, they said, let's do it right first, and then let's add power to it. So that's the approach I took from track and field, because my coaches would teach me the same. Technique first. So I'll go look at people in the gym and say, okay, well, yeah, they're looking at me in shape, got these huge legs. I said, yeah, but they're weak. They said, what do you mean they're weak? Look how big her legs are. I said, yeah, her legs they're big in the front, but she ain't got no hamstrings. Well, she does squats. I said, well, once again, she's doing the squats wrong. How's she doing it wrong? She got these big muscular legs. I said, well, the point of a squat is for hamstrings and glutes. You know, understand technique, and then, you know, just love what you do. Be the best at what you do. Don't take yourself out the equation. Most trainers can't do that. It doesn't matter what Shaun wants. I could have this great plan for you, it doesn't matter. If that's not what she wants or that's not what he wants, my opinion don't matter.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.